So welcome to this video. Basically, this nutrient that we're optimizing is a lot like what Superman took advantage of. Superman's power comes from the sun and he has a kryptonite. So when you watch this video, I want you to pay close attention to these key nutrients that we're gonna go over in the video. We're gonna talk about the sun, which we talked about in our last video, which if you haven't checked out, we'll put a link to. But then we're also gonna talk more about how you can harness the power and the kryptonite that we humans experience. So watch the video to the end and let me know what you think. What's going on YouTube? Happy November. We actually just crossed the 1,000 subscriber mark, so it's really exciting time here for the Carnivore brand, and we just launched our podcast. On this video, I want to talk about a nutrient that I think is critical, which if you followed the last video, you'll learn really quickly here, is optimal for energy and sleep, and that is light. This key nutrient is essential to your energy and your sleep. So in the last video, we talked about how ancestrally human beings spend time outdoors, how they really evolved as creatures out in the environment, and how we probably got a lot more exposure to the full spectrum of sunlight, ultraviolet, green, red, near infrared, basically the whole skew of light from what we have now. We talked about the demonization of ultraviolet light, how for a lot of people, we've looked at ultraviolet light and said, oh, this is really bad, don't get this, it's not good for your health. But then looked further into the benefits of vitamin D, and just the fact that vitamin D is not really even a vitamin, but it's more what's called a prohormone, and is really a key ingredient. This video is not about that. This is actually about artificial light and how light is affecting your circadian rhythm, and how this key nutrient of light is affecting every part of your energy and your clock and what's going on there. So in order to kind of put things in perspective, I want to explain kind of our evolution. We evolved from primates roughly 20 to 15 million years ago. We think that fire came along around 3 million years ago. We might have, some people suspect it came along even later than that, a lot closer to now, around 300,000 years ago. But either way, the light that we experienced as a species, especially once the sun went down, for the last several million years to several 100,000 years, has largely been a full spectrum of like the incandescent red glows that you see within fire and a real red incandescent bulb. We made an extremely fast transition ever since the light bulb was invented, just barely 150 years ago. Now we're basically moving from incandescent to fluorescent to LED bulbs. Engineering is focused a lot on removing energetic demanding light and the non-visible spectrums of light. Now I'm going to come back to this, but I want to briefly touch on melatonin. Melatonin is a key hormone in your body. A lot of people think of it as the sleep hormone. It's derived from the pineal gland. It's made from tryptophan, and serotonin as well can be sort of a precursor for it. It helps us sleep deeper, more restoratively, and just go into a better recovery mode. It reduces production in our mitochondria. It acts as an antioxidant and a scavenger for free radicals, and aids in cell regeneration. So it's a really valuable hormone. It's one of the most potent antioxidants we have in our body. It binds to reactive oxidative species, which is the damage that's caused when cells are producing energy, things that we experience just through oxidization, molecular reactions within our body. It can stimulate glutathione, which is our primary antioxidant within our bodies. And melatonin levels are really dictated by ultraviolet exposure, so really seeing and experiencing ultraviolet light as well as blue light during the day, but then not getting a lot of blue light in the evening, which really suppresses melatonin production. So now that you know about melatonin, we've talked a little bit about our evolution in the past, and we're talking about this light and how it plays a role in our energy, our sleep and our energy. Let's talk about the engineering pitfalls of modern day engineering with artificial light. So modern day engineering has taken out ultraviolet light as well as infrared light and red light that are not visible to the human eye and have been sort of tagged as energetically inefficient. But these waves, these light waves, these spectrums are extremely valuable to our hormones, to our body, and to our circadian rhythm. a lot of offices, a lot of homes are gonna have a lot of artificial blue light. And that blue light is disproportionate to what your body has evolved over hundreds of thousands and millions of years to experience. It causes eye strain, headaches. Infrared and red light can repair these damages, but the problem is the light isn't balanced and we don't have it in our environment. The other thing is the engineering, which has obviously made the world a much better place, uses AC current to transfer electricity. It's a much more efficient way to transform. And what this has done is in the US, for example, we have 60 hertz as a frequency. So lights that run on those power supplies are actually oscillating, and what's known as flicker stress is occurring within your body. When you look at something in the environment that is going on and off really fast, eventually your brain basically computes it to a point where once it's going fast enough, the light actually looks like it's constantly on. But if you take your cell phone and you actually do like a slow-mo camera shot, you can zoom in and you can see, like on your computer monitors, on your TV, on LED lighting, you can see that the light is actually oscillating at a very high frequency that is invisible to the human eye, and it is stressing our brains. It is causing fatigue, it is causing eye strain, it is wearing us down. So we know melatonin is important. We know modern engineering has brought a lot of artificial blue light. What can we do? Well, there's a few things we can do, and I encourage you to sign up for my email list because I'm gonna be putting out a book in great detail about light. But in this video, to kind of wrap on a few points, I would say for one, if you are working in an environment where there's a lot of artificial light, in this room where I'm at, it's all natural light. In fact, there's no lighting in this room on except for what's coming off my computer screen and the sun I'm looking at right behind you. But if you find yourself in a room or on an airplane in an environment where during the day where there's just not a lot of natural light coming in from the windows and full spectrum light, you want to consider having things like a pair of day blockers. So these are basically blockers that reduce the spectrum of blue light by up to 60% depending on the range, and they cut down on the eye strain. Now you can go online, you can look for different brands. I'm affiliated with a company called Raw Optics. This isn't a sales pitch for them, but I would say, look at them, maybe look at SwanTech, look at TrueDark, and check out a pair of blue blockers. These also, the day ones are also designed to not completely block out the blue light because again, it's the daylight and you are and should be getting blue light, but they will help with that. Once sun has set, assuming you're gonna go to bed within a few hours of sunset, I wear night blockers. I wear complete blue blockers, and these glasses are designed to block essentially all of the wavelengths of blue light as well as some of the spectrums of green light. And these are the signals of light that you don't get from a fire naturally or from a red light that signal to your body and to your chiasmatic nucleus and your pineal gland that, hey, there is actually a sun up. I don't want to produce melatonin. It's not time to go to bed. Highly recommend that. If you have the ability to control your environment during the day, look at getting solid powered LED lights. So I have a couple bike lights on my bike and they're battery powered. I can plug them into USB. USB is direct current, DC current. So a lot of times an LED that runs off a battery can have a direct current supply with no flicker. You can also change out the light and get away from LEDs and use full spectrum lighting or incandescent lighting, I should say. And then for me in my apartment and where I live, all the light bulbs that I have, they're either Philips Hue Smart, which is LED unfortunately, so there's flicker stress with that, or I have incandescent bulbs that are red. So I have a couple of red lights, one's from SaunaSpace, it's called a Photon. That's an incandescent light. A lot of times I just turn that one on, I turn everything else off, and then the red light comes just from that, and there's really a limited amount of actual flicker stress there. For energy, for better sleep, if you respect the body's natural rhythm to not be experiencing the intensity of blue light, to limit the blue light once sunset goes down, and you actually get out and get outside during the day to get the full spectrum. Again, go see one of my earlier videos, which is all about light and how ultraviolet light and red and near infrared light are actually quite beneficial to us. and you can learn more about that. And for this, take advantage of the timing. Look at your situations and try to emulate equivalents of where you would be and what you'd be doing as far as experiencing light. So you made it this far, thank you so much. As always, I appreciate you. I appreciate all that we're doing here. I hope that your journey for optimal health is well on the way. Like this video, comment, let me know what you think about what works best for you as far as balancing and managing light in your life, how you see it fitting into optimizing yourself. Share this if you find someone who really you think could benefit from this. And if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot.